Game performance. I think we know what I'm picking, gentlemen. And if you're unsure as to what I would be picking, please just go to Twitter and just look at almost anything I've said today. Because, man, going to the mattresses over frame rate here. I was even fighting against Lofty and KJ. Granted, like, we're respectful. Like, I wasn't calling them F slurs or anything like that. I get their take. I just don't agree with it. And also, I think it's bad for everybody if people start accepting 30 FPS as just being totally fine in this generation, because we had a real opportunity here, everybody. We had an opportunity in the first couple years of this generation where every single game was launching with a performance mode that was keeping the games at around 60 FPS. Not always locked, but close, you know, like as close as we've ever been, as close as we might ever get to just totally being able to have games run well, even on consoles. And considering that I purchased this console with not this controller because this is a scuff, so it's a aftermarket. I purchased this console to play Demon's Souls. Demon's Souls ran in 60 FPS. It was great. So did Spider-Man Miles Morales. And people were like, hey, these performance modes, they're getting really good. The PS4 Pro performance modes were sometimes okay, but these are genuinely quite good. Like, these games are running really well. And people were, not just people, specifically casual gamers, the extremely, extremely important casual gamers, were starting to get it into their head that maybe playing games at a high frame rate with better input latency, better controls, and more visual information to respond to is actually better. And I was really hoping that if the 30 FPS games started coming out, they would be met with nothing but backlash. That it would almost be unacceptable to these people. That they'd realize that they're worth more than that. Damn it, that they deserve to be playing games the way PC gamers have been playing them for generations at this point. Because you can just scale down your settings to get the game to 60 if you can't get it there. And I mean, for me, like with games like Redfall, where I just couldn't get it there, I was like, fuck it, I'm not playing this game. But you know what? Having the ability to scale things down, nice. But again, why I say I like that there are performance modes. The problem is, now we're getting to the point that 30 FPS is starting to pop up again a lot in a lot of new release games, and in almost every fucking trailer that is shown, they're showing them in 30 FPS. Capcom was like the only company like that was showing things in 30 FPS, and whoever made that 33 Warriors game, that was like a 60 FPS game, and all the Capcom games were at 60 FPS. Almost everyone else is showing their games at 30, and I think the reason for that is because they're priming the audience to be thinking, yeah, don't expect to be playing this at 60 on your console, okay? Just, it'll look like it does in this trailer, and no better than that, at least from a performance standpoint. And to that, I say nay. I say nay! Don't allow them. Don't tell them it's acceptable. I'm not saying don't buy the game. If you want to buy the game, like Starfield looks good. I'm going to play Starfield, probably going to play it on PC. Likely going to do whatever I have to do to get that running at 60 FPS, but ultimately, it's okay if you play a game at 30 FPS and you like it. I'm not saying that you can't. What I'm saying is don't defend it. Don't be saying it's totally fine. Because the more people say that, the more you have fucking marketing reps from these fucking companies going online and seeing what people are saying about it. And if the majority of the people are saying, well, personally, I don't even know the difference. Oh, actually, like 30 FPS is totally fine. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I've been playing 30 FPS games since 1986 when all games were 60 FPS. Because yes, that's the case. But you know what I mean? Like, you'll find all sorts of people just going to bat for 30 FPS being a totally okay thing. That it's, yeah, it's no big deal. Like, yeah, let's amp up that visual fidelity. Which, I mean, I know Lofty's had some spicy takes, everybody, but visual fidelity being more important than frame rate? Oh, God. If anything was going to get me to come to blows with Lofty, it would be that. But we'll settle it in Street Fighter, don't worry. Also, it's fine. You don't have to agree with me. We can still be friends. That is always the case, and never think any different. But yeah, so that was my day. How are you?